Greetings, everybody. Mike Wilkerson here for the True Blood Transfusion, the sister program to the Fang Banger podcast. It's your chance at video-only fan feedback. Tonight, I'm joined with
David Crete, host of the Fang Banger podcast.
And tonight on the Fang Banger podcast, we have an awesome marathon episode where we welcomed on director, cinematographer from True Blood and Dexter, Romeo Tirone.
Yeah.
It was a great episode. And remember, you can listen to that episode right now by clicking the links right above us if you're at the fangbangerpodcast.com website, or right below us if you happen to be over at the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Two Guys Talking. David, let's get to our first piece of True Blood news. First piece of True Blood news. Just a couple of hours old now. True Blood renewed.
Season 6. 6 seasons of True Blood, one more coming after this one. The only thing that I think might be either a negative or something to be a little concerned about is showrunner Alan Ball is stepping away. He'll still be an executive producer, but he's not going to be the showrunner anymore. One of the senior writers is moving up into that position. So it may change the flavor of the show. It remains to be seen, but I am really excited about the fact that we get another season of True Blood.
Right, and remember, to find out even more about what that situation, Alan Ball leaving, is going to provide for True Blood, you can listen to our interview with director Romeo Tirone by clicking the links above or below us to hear what he said about what's going to happen on True Blood after Alan Ball leaves. What do you guys think about True Blood being renewed? Is it just another knee-jerk? Was it just accidental that it happened to be the 4th episode of the 5th season that it gets greenlit? Let us know what you think by going to fangbangerpodcast.com, click on the contact button on the top right-hand side of the page, fill out the quick web form, and let us know what you think so we can use your input here on the True Blood Transfusion. David, our first piece of fan feedback for this episode of the Transfusion comes from Ginny. Ginny writes, I always hear your podcast about True Blood, and I really love it, mainly because we share the same opinion. It's so funny to hear you guys, and please get a vampire. And to make you vampires. Oh.
I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not so much. I think I'm going to skip that part.
Maybe so.
Not too excited about that one. I was supposed to say that I love you, but this is so strong on the very first date. Hugs and kisses.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate your feedback.
Not only your feedback, but the hugs and kisses. Our next piece of True Blood news is actually a lament about the current state of True Blood news, David. The problem I'm having in particular with True Blood news is that it is almost all completely spoiler-filled.
Yeah.
It's spoilerific at this point. So much so that, now I get that we're on episode 3, and that, right, but we were on episode 3.
Gotcha.
That we were on episode 3 with 4 coming up on the Sunday, and the first news item that I read is giant, big, bold, black letters, Pam saves Tara. Now, I get it. We're on episode 3. She has a contract for the season. The chances are that she's going to be saved, and for those of you that watched the episode, like the two of us, we know that, yes, she was saved with some gooey ickiness that was all done in about 12 minutes. So, yeah, we get that. The problem is that it was a spoiler. It was a spoiler before we ever saw anything. And they're all becoming like that. They're not all Pam saves Tara, but they all include some grain of spoilerificness that I try to avoid as a viewer.
Right.
And I try to avoid it as a viewer because I don't want any spoiler-erificness.
No, in fact, while we were interviewing Romeo, there's a couple of times where I felt we should pull up short because I don't want to know.
Right.
He's shooting the season finale right now as we speak, and I don't want to know. I don't want to know anything. So the idea that somebody can give us news without giving us plot points or character details, I think maybe that's going a little bit by the wayside. A lot of people really dig spoilers. They go looking for them.
They really do, and I think the internet's full of them. I've written for websites that love to take the spoiler to a completely different level so it garners traffic. I mean, I get it. It's totally right on. But I would challenge all of the True Blood sites, in particular the True Blood news sites, to try something different. Like, I don't know, maybe a news section that has 0 spoilers. Could it be done? I think so. What do you guys think? Why don't you let us know by going to fangbangerpodcast.com. Again, click on the top right contact button. Fill out the quick web form and let us know what you guys think of all of the news that is easily spoilerific enough to ruin an episode, if not a season.
You know, this would be a perfect opportunity for you to go to twoguystalking.com/the gauntlet and let us know what you think by going through the five simple steps in the gauntlet and win $100.
Right, and it's $100 cash, so it's not you're going to get $100 in Blu-ray fantasticness. Your viability for $100 cash. And again, you can go to twoguystalking.com/gauntlet. Follow the short, quick 5 steps there, and you're in the running. You can jump in multiple times if you want to try more than once. Bring it on. All we're looking for is salient feedback from you. David, on to our next piece of fan feedback. Kellen from Canton, Ohio. Kellen, thanks for watching or listening to the Fangbanger podcast, as well as the True Blood Transfusion. Kellen writes, I've got to tell you that your whining is aggravating, but your episode reviews are absolutely as addictive as blood to a vampire.
Why, thank you very much. As a matter of fact, you sit in high esteem with fellow colleague Romeo Tironi, who also calls us Two Guys Whining. So, yeah, okay. I guess that's kind of what we do, but we praise the episodes as much as we complain about them. So the idea that we're just whining about the episodes, I think, is a little rough. But I see where you're coming from, and you got to take the good with the bad in anything. And
so take the good with the bad from us. How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? Kellen from Canton continues. I love nostalgia, and if I had to put a name on something you guys deliver on, well, that's it.
Nice.
And I'm a total fan of that. In fact, Kellen, if you don't know, we have something called the Nostalgia Engine that we're building that is classic, old school, old movie reviews that started, ironically enough, when David joined the Two Guys Talking staff and we jumped on to Predator. The original Predator is available, as is Predators, that give you that perfect, delicious review sandwich filled with nostalgia, because we go all the way back to the original Predator, talk through all the great bullet points inside of that, and then we jump into Predators and give you all the bullet points inside of that, and inside it just makes this big nostalgia sandwich. So thanks again for that, and it's great that you recognize that, because frankly that's what I'm trying to build inside of the experience. Kellen ends up with, keep up the podcasting, and please do give us more. We have the thirst for you now.
Oh, well, I appreciate that, and I just want to say really quick, be sure to look for the upcoming Commando, which is one of the best movies ever, nostalgia review that we'll get to.
I will agree that it's totally nostalgia, and I thought that David was full of crap until he came over to my theater, and we watched Commando, and sadly, he's right. Okay, last piece of fan feedback for this episode of the True Blood Transfusion. Oh, and hey, by the way, remember, you can listen to what is going to be easily one of the most downloaded episodes of the Fangbanger podcast by clicking the links right above us. That'll take you directly to our download of our review of Season 5, Episode 4, Director Romeo Tironi's episode...
We'll Meet Again.
We'll Meet Again. You'll meet again by watching that episode. You can click that above us, or if you're at our YouTube channel, in the notes down below, you can click down there. Last piece of fan feedback is from Jerome in Vegas. Jerome writes, I got into your podcasting from a girlfriend that loves True Blood. Well, David's wifeness loves some True Blood too.
Yes.
I had to talk my wife into it, so I'm glad that you guys are stellar steps above me. Jerome continues, I just listened to your Spider-Man review. We got tickets for it for the midnight show on Monday. So it's actually 12 o'clock right now.
But he's in Vegas.
Oh, he's in Vegas.
It's 10 o'clock his time.
10 o'clock his time. Is it 2 hours? No, it's an hour.
It's 2 hours.
Is it an hour?
Yeah, they're Pacific.
2 hours.
They're Pacific.
Okay. Well, Jerome, if you happen to be watching live on this episode of the True Blood Transfusion, I hope that you enjoy it. The reviews of it have been coming in left and right now. Mm-hmm. I've not surprisingly avoided all of them because, again, I want that completely no spoilers for Mike Wilkerson before I go see the movie this year. And I've stuck to that almost wholeheartedly across the spectrum on movies this year.
With a minor exception on the Spider-Man film, it's already done in its 2-day release overseas more than $60 million.
Again, it's going to be another one of those corn combines of cash that we talk about inside of so many of our respective reviews. What?
Corn combines.
Corn combines. Another corn combine of cash. Nothing but cash. Jerome continues. We've got tickets for the midnight showing. Gonna be balls for sure.
Sure.
Great. Yeah. Sounds good. When are the other Spider reviews coming? Will 3 get done again in this retrospect mode? You're probably talking about the perspective review mode.
Yeah, perspective reviews.
Which actually takes us at least 4 months or longer past when a movie is released, and I'd never thought of that. I think what Jerome is referring to is that the Spider-Man 3 review is actually done right after the movie, so I think it was that weekend that the movie came out.
Right, yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Again, record downloads for our Spider-Man download, so depending on Amazing Spider-Man poll, why not? It would be another episode, and
we can take a different view, the long view of
the longer view,
awesome movie that was Spider-Man 3.
It could be another great platform for yet another two guys whining about something.
Absolutely.
Spider-Man fan till the end, Jerome. Keep it up, guys. Jerome, have fun in Vegas. Have fun at that movie premiere. But more importantly, tell us what you thought of the Spider-Man movie. You can actually listen to all of the Spider-Man reviews by going to twoguystalking.com/Spider-Man, all one word, all lowercase, and you'll get directly to all of the Spider-Man reviews from Two Guys Talking in perspective review mode. So until next time, we want to hear from you guys. We want you guys to dig in on a chance to win $100 in cash by going to twoguystalking.com/gauntlet. Fill out the quick web form and follow the instructions and let us know what you think about Two Guys Talking content. Until next time, for the True Blood Transfusion, I'm Mike Wilkerson, one of your hosts.
And I'm David Crete, the other host.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.